Hello. In evening at this stage. It is nighttime. I almost missed my live today, but I'm here even at 10 p.m. to talk to you good folk about how to recognize caregiver burnout because one, it's a very real thing. Two, you want to avoid it at all costs, one for yourself, but for your loved one as well. Right? You can't give from an empty well. If you are a primary caregiver, if you go down, your loved one is going to suffer even more. So you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself for yourself, first and foremost, but also because it helps you to remain in position to be able to provide. Proper, adequate care for your loved one. So, let's talk about some of the symptoms of caregiver burnout and maybe some ways for you to correct these things if you're seeing it, or to avoid it if you feel that you're going down that path. Right. So, the first one, unhealthy eating patterns, and I will say immediately that you are going to hear some of these symptoms of caregiver burnout that are probably just symptoms of burnout overall for anyone who not even is a caregiver, right? Certain of these symptoms will be relevant across anyone's life, not just a caregiver. Okay, so first is unhealthy eating patterns. So you want to make sure that you are, in fact, eating on a regular basis, that you are eating the right foods if you can help it, and that you are making sure to not only feed yourself but feed your loved one as well, right? And usually it's yourself that you start to neglect while you're also hyper vigilant about taking care of your loved one. So I know that that was just my halfway funny, right? The next one is unusual weight gain or loss, and just like you go to college and you gain that freshman 10, I think that caregiving was like a whole caregiving 25 that I had, and actually more than that. I think I topped off at 202. I have never weighed 200 pounds in my life, but I did fairly recently. Um, and right, it's just due to inactivity or stress and like extra cortisol and all of that good stuff that just piles on. And at least for me. And so you want to pay attention to whether you are either gaining weight or losing excessive amounts of weight that are not normal for you, because that could be a sign that you are experiencing some level of burnout, not eating enough, not eating or eating too much, or not moving and exercising. And that's one of them too, right? You want to make sure that you are getting some activity in on a daily basis, just to make sure that you are um, that you're helping yourself and also keeping that weight from piling on. Another, poor sleep quality. And poor sleep is going to be one of the things that you want to avoid in general, right? Poor sleeping habits are also a sign of cognitive decline or potential. And it helps to lead to confusion or your inability to understand and process information, right? So you want to make sure that you're getting proper sleep. Proper sleep is going to allow you to function better as a caregiver as well. With the proper rest, you may be less snappy, more understanding. So you want to make sure you're getting proper rest for that reason as well. Um, Fatigue and being tired all of the time could be a sign of caregiver burnout as well. So you want to, if you find that you're often very tired and fatigued, then that could be a sign for you to take a break, even, right? Get someone, if you can, because I know it doesn't happen all the time that it's available for you, but if you can get someone to step in for you and give you a break so that you can rest and just recharge, then make sure that you can do that if you find that you're starting to feel tired all the time. If you're feeling sad or depressed or unhappy, oftentimes that is a sign that you are um, that you may be experiencing caregiver burnout as well. And caregiver burnout overall, in case you haven't figured it out, since I didn't say what it was, right? When you're feeling like you're overwhelmed and just can't do it anymore, or that, it's not going well, and just all of those ill feelings that you could have from this experience. So that's caregivers burnout, and feeling down and unhappy. Absolutely natural, right? You are in the midst of watching your loved one go through this horrid disease. And so you're going to feel that at times anyway, but if you feel like you're feeling more unhappy more often than not, then that's maybe a sign that you need to not only take a break, but that you need to reach out and speak to someone that can help you through this phase, and maybe talk you through the feelings and maybe what the triggers are so that you can recognize them and make that change in real time as well. Feeling stressed and easily irritated is next, right? So not getting enough rest, right? Or if just anything that's happening is like setting you off, making you less kind even to yourself, to other people, then you want to look out for that and make some adjustments as well. Again, a lot of this can be addressed with speaking to someone, a therapist, or getting on a hotline. The Alzheimer's Association in particular has someone available to speak to you 24/7. So if you give them a call, um, and then, or like taking a break, if you can get coverage for your loved one as you can. Next one, failure to maintain social commitments or relationships outside of work. Yeah, so that was definitely something that I did. I did no desire to leave the home. I still don't want to leave the house though. Um, no desire to go out, no desire to participate in activities that you used to participate in more often. Just getting in touch, staying in touch with your friends, accepting phone calls, taking visits, right? Do not isolate yourself, because it makes it so much more a lonely um, time for you, and you want to have some connection with your normal life and not just let caregiving overwhelm you and take over what was your life. Okay, so please do try to stay in touch with people. Take the phone call, even if you are not actively calling people. When people do call, take the time to pick up the telephone and at least engage so that it keeps you connected and grounded, right? Loss of interest in non-related and non-work related activities, or work related activities for that matter. um, so in addition, and that goes hand in hand with what I was just speaking about, right? Making sure that you're staying connected with the people that you normally would have been connected to outside of the caregiving experience, and continuing to do the things that were interesting to you prior to caregiving, right? Stay connected to who you were before this so that it doesn't wipe out your whole identity, and that you can still enjoy the things that you used to enjoy, and be yourself, right? At times when you get overwhelmed by caregiving, doing those things that make you happy and bring you joy are the types of activities that can kind of save you in those moments when you feel like there's nothing that you can do. And then another, neglecting physical symptoms and failing to seek medical care. You are a caregiver, right? Some people 24/7, and now you're so worried about and cognizant of staying on top of the medical care that your loved one needs. You forget to care for yourself and make sure that you get your checkups and that you are in the best health that you can be in. And again, I take it back to what I mentioned before. If not for yourself, and you should do it for yourself, you need to take care of you for your loved one, because if something happens to you, then your loved one is at the mercy of whomever else is next down the line, possibly to help out, right? If you're not getting assistance now, the the chances that and the likelihood that someone else will step up, right, may be kind of slim. So you don't want to leave that to chance. So you take care of yourself, if not for you, for your loved ones, so that you will remain in a position to be able to continue to assist them. So again, those are some of the symptoms of caregiver burnout that you want to be mindful of, that you want to seek to reverse as soon as possible. So if you start to feel like and recognize that some of these things are happening, then you know to sit down and think through things, through some things, get some assistance from someone. If possible, get on the phone, talk to a friend, or call a helpline like the Alzheimer's Association to have someone talk you through these feelings, and just have an ear of someone who understands what you're going through, because not it's not always the case that your friends um, know or can commiserate with what it is that you're going through. You don't always want to talk about it to your friends anyway, right? You want to have as normal a life as possible. So talking about your caregiving experience to them may not be what you want to do in general. So you want to get in touch with a neutral party, someone different that is experiencing the same thing, that can maybe meet you on the same plane. So take care of you is the end result, or the end game here, and you will be able to take better care of your loved ones if you do. So, my friends, here is to avoiding caregiver burnout. Let me know if this was helpful to you, and what else should I say? Oh, join us if you're on Facebook at the Caregivers Connect. It is our Facebook group. Join us and and join our community, and let's continue these conversations as we're going. If not, follow me on Instagram or check out the YouTube channel, and have a great evening, because it is after 10 p.m. and I am tired, as you can probably tell. So I'm headed to bed. Have a great one. Good night.